Alright, dudes and dudettes, it's Woodshed Wednesday, and today is a tone-related Woodshed. Not only working on our licks, but always working on our sound, our tone. If you guys follow my Instagram, you'll notice that I was selling some, a couple of overdrive pedals, a couple of fuzz pedals, and a couple of amps. And somebody messaged me about a fuzz I had for sale, and their question was, does this have clean, glassy tone? I understand where that young gentleman is in life. He's been abducted by the internet, you know, and he's gotten sucked into those catchphrases and those bell-like tone and, you know, clean, glassy tone. All of those just, it's a great way to describe something, but it's also, I don't know, it becomes kind of cliche. Like, that whole thing about the clean, glassy tone. Look, guys, if you're playing through a fuzz face, here's how you get the clean, glassy tone. You know, if you have your fuzz on, just turn the volume knob down, man. So before you think a pedal is going to give you all of that, I wanted to explain a few things. Take your fuzz face, right, and your fuzz pedal, whatever it is, and put the volume all the way up, and turn the fuzz knob all the way down, and turn it on, and start bringing that fuzz knob in until you start to have a fuzz tone with your guitar volume all the way up. You basically want to add something to your overall tone. So I've talked about this endlessly, but I will again. The best bet for you to get a fuzz to sound great and to give you clean, glassy tone and overdriven tones and all of that shit is get the amp working for you first. So my straight in tone would be this. So I'm already kind of spanky, you know? Playing along or playing in a live atmosphere, I already have the backup of a good, solid, loud enough, broken up enough rhythm tone. So when you put the fuzz on it, you would want that to take your tone as a fuzz pedal, but also using it to enhance your tone. And if you have it set up right and use the settings on the fuzz properly, you're actually getting an extra tone. You're getting this really sparkly clean. I'm out of tune. Getting the sparkly clean. You can even tune in an overdrive with the fuzz on. But the secret to the clean, glassy tone is using the volume on the fuzz. Look at it as like a certain parameter, right? The more you try to condense the volume of the fuzz to get at your home volume level, the more that's not going to give you those cleans you're looking for. But the more volume you put into it, the more range it has to work with. As soon as you back the guitar pot down, the volume pot down, the range has just become so broad, and the high frequencies are going to come through. And that's what you're hearing. You're hearing the high frequencies. If you guys are using Fender amps, another tip too is turn your bright switch on and put a little extra reverb on. For like a Tin Pan Alley tone or even some of that Phillips A stuff, I would suggest using the neck and middle. fuzz as a boost, but when you knock the volume down in your guitar, you're translating the high frequencies forward. And like I said, put some extra reverb on. This reverb's gonna get a little noisy. Odds are you probably already have that tone that you're looking for, that clean, glassy tone, in your setup right at hand. You just have to work it out and spend some time with it. Don't just take the knobs on the fuzz and just put them full. Sit down with it and work with them and work out what you're looking for. Try it with volume maxed, fuzz off, and slowly blend fuzz in. Try it with fuzz maxed and volume off and slowly blend volume in. Because if you cut the volume down like I can do here, so now I've broken the volume down, now you're going to get a warmer back to what we talked about earlier. Bringing the volume down on the fuzz pedal itself doesn't necessarily give you a wider range of higher frequencies to work with. And I'm trying to explain this in a way that everybody can get it, because even I don't understand how it works sometimes. It just works. But giving yourself that window of bringing the volume down on the fuzz itself still gives you a clean tone. But it's got a little, you know, hair on it. It's got a little oomph behind it, and that's fine. You can take a different pickup position. Kind of get your overdrive a little better. Thing is sit down with your volume knob, sit down with your fuzz pedal, and tune it in. You can get clean, glassy SRV tones. You don't need the whiz bang, whatever's on the internet that everybody's trying to buy. That's with the fuzz on, you know, so, and you can go right from that to, you want bold as love. So there's so many things, there's so many ranges there. You can dial in all of those notes. Now, in a situation like this, I would probably want a little more fuzz, so I'll just give on her. That's pretty much all I would need right there. That volume set that way and the fuzz set that way with a wah. So you can listen right there how pure the wah sounds. One other thing with the wah, do you see how it kind of chokes out there? That's because we broke the volume down on the fuzz itself. If I were to put the volume back up on the fuzz, the wah gets more expressive because those high frequencies are going through the wah now too. Don't buy a fuzz face for clean tone because you have it right in an amp. If you have an amp with a good treble spike and good reverb, and even a bright switch to switch in a bright cap. Also, mess with the bright switch and turn the treble up. Turn the EQ. Turn all the EQ on the guitars, but don't just look for a pedal to throw out a catchphrase that you read on the internet and say, "Does this have clean, glassy tone?" A fuzz pedal to me is supposed to sound I'm not buying a fuzz pedal wondering how clean it's going to be. I obviously am looking for fuzz pedals because of the fuzz tone, and then I'll worry about the cleanup afterwards. And yes, you can get into treble bleeds. I've done videos on that. I can put that link over here maybe. Clean glassy tone is just in your volume knob and the amount of volume you put on the fuzz pedal. Nothing else. Different transistors are going to react differently, and you may get a more gated, fuzzy tone, but it's still going to clean up and send your top end, through the amp, and you'll get some of that. But that's what makes us great about woodshedding guitar tones and woodshedding in general. The search is always on, and we're always trying to do better. So remember, the volume knob is your friend. Fuzz face, volume high, fuzz about halfway, and just turn the amp up, and you'll get those cleans you're looking for, I promise. We'll talk soon, guys. Peace.